Hey learners, hope you all are doing well. In our previous session of Python problem solving series, we discussed some 5 problems. Let's continue with that problem solving series. I hope you are enjoying. Please recommend our channel to your friends, share it with your friends. Don't forget to click on bell icon. Let's start with today's problems. The next problem is sixth question. Write a program which accept number from user and check whether that number is positive, negative or 0. Now this is the basic mathematical understanding. If the number is less than 0, it is negative. If it is exactly equal to 0, it is 0. And if it is greater than 0, it is positive. As a sample input, I've shown here, input is 11, it's displaying positive number, -8, negative 0, 0. This is very basic question which you can solve using conditional statement. Let's continue. Immediately we'll try to solve it. I've already opened PyCharm. Those who are not aware about PyCharm, please attend one separate session on installing PyCharm and running Python scripts in PyCharm. So I'll create one new file. I'll right click on it, new Python file. I'll give name to it as Q6. Now the question is, we have to accept one number and we have to check whether the number is positive, negative or 0. So as I already stated, it's a basic mathematical concept. If your n is greater than 0, then obviously it is positive. If you want, you can display it in this manner. N comma is positive. ELF n less than 0, then we will display n is negative, and else I'll display n is 0. I hope you understood. It's very basic if else statement. 3 conditions are there. Let's run it. I'll run Q6. It's asking for the value. If I enter 11, it is giving output 11 is positive. We'll run it again. For this time, if I give value -5, it is giving -5 is negative. And one more time, if I run and now I give 0, it's giving 0 is 0. Let's continue with the next question. If you are really enjoying this problem session, please comment. If you have any problems while solving this, please contact us. We'll move to the next question. Question 4. Write a function that accepts one number from user and return true if number is divisible by 7. Otherwise return false. And we have to write one main program to test this function. Now the question is, we have to accept one number and check whether that number is divisible by 7. Use arithmetic operator mod. Without wasting time, let's write solution for this problem. I'll create one more source file, Python script. I'll right click on it, new Python file. I'll give name to it as Q7 as it is our 7th question. See, gradually we are moving ahead and ahead. We are going to solve very complicated questions also, and you'll really enjoy it. Please comment really if you're enjoying it. Q7, I'll define one function. That function is supposed to check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. So I'll give name to it as is divisible, and I'll pass one input parameter n. Now the conditional statement is if n mod 7 equal to 0, I'll return true, else I'll return false. Note that the Boolean constant values in Python are true and false, but T and F is capital. Those who are familiar with other languages, they might have habit of using it in lowercase. Now we have defined the function. Now we want to test it. Now if I test it in a very simple way, like in print, I'm directly calling is divisible and passing 8, suppose. Or if you want, you can accept value from user. I'll accept value m int input enter number, and then whatever number you have entered in m, I'll pass it to this function. Now the answer going to come is true or false. Let's execute it. Q7. Now if I enter 49, 49 is obviously divisible by 7. Is the answer true? Yes. And if I run the same code again with some different value, like 36, 36 is not divisible by 7, therefore the output is false. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Now the next question is, write a program to accept a number from user and print hash on the screen that many number of times. For example, if the input is 5, the output should be hash 5 times. Now we can write this solution in different ways. Python has given you that much facility. I'll give you two different ways of answering this problem. Let's immediately move on to PyCharm. I'll create a new file. I'll create a new file, new Python file. I'll give name to it as Q8. The number is increasing. Now we will accept one number n from user. Don't forget to typecast it. Enter number. Then Python is having ability of using star operator on one string and one integer. If you don't know it, again, please attend Python programming series. In that specifically see arithmetic operators. Now it's so easy that I'll just write in this print statement double quote hash and multiply it by n. Isn't it so easy? Because Python is having that facility. Now hash into n. Now that hash will repeat n times. Let's run this code. Now if I enter 5, it is displaying hash 5 times. Again, if I run it, I give some different input, it is displaying hash that many times. Isn't it so easy? Now the same problem you could have solved in a harder way, that is by writing a loop and printing hash in the loop n times. Shall we do it? Yes, we will do it. because you should have different approaches of solving the same problem so that you can compare their complexities. Soon or later, I am going to come with my separate series on data structures, algorithm. We'll discuss how to handle time complexity and different related topics, which are very much useful during your interviews. Now we'll see the alternative solution for this problem. For time being, I'll put this in comment. I hope you know when we start any line with hash, it's a comment. Now we are going to write this in a harder way, that is for I in range n. In the previous problem also I have told you how range works. Now range always returns an immutable list in which there will be list of values, consecutive values from 0 till n minus 1. N minus 1, n is not inclusive. And then after every iteration, one value from that list is fetched and copied in I. Now what we are going to do, print that hash. But if I run this, hash will be displayed one below another. Hope you know it, because end attribute is by default new line. But now what I'm doing is I'm putting empty. If you want, you can put a space. So after every hash, one space will be displayed. Let's run this code. If I input value 5, is it displaying hash 5 times? Yes. But this was a different approach. The previous approach was just using multiplication, which is the facility provided by Python. Now move on to the next question. Now question number 9. Write a program which displays first n even numbers on console. Like for example, if I input value 10, it should display values from 2 till 20, means 10 even numbers. First even numbers start with 2, and likewise we have to display how many even numbers, 10 even number. That depends on what n you're inputting. Okay guys, let's continue with the solution for this. Obviously you're going to write some iterative statement. We will create one more source file. I'll give name to that source file as Q9. See, till now we have solved 9 questions and the number is going to continue. And I would love to continue infinitely because I'm having abundant number of problems to solve. Okay, now question number 9. We have to accept n and we have to display first n even numbers. Now how we are going to accept input? Int input enter n. Now we have to display n even numbers. Okay, are you understanding it? Yes. Now you can use a for loop, a while loop, it's up to you. Suppose if I start with a for loop, the for I in range, and then I'm going to use 2 as the start value. Okay, the end value is going to be 2 into n plus 1, because you know that range excludes the second value, and I'll give the step value as 2. So how this range is going to work? It is going to return you a list starting from 2 and it will go till 2 into n plus 1. For example, if n is 5, so 5 into 10, 5 into 2, 10, plus 1, 11. But 11 is exclusive, means still 10 and at a gap of 2. Means actually your list is going to contain 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And then one by one from that list, one value will be fetched and copied in I. Now we will display the value of I in the body of for. I'll give end parameter as space. Hope you're understanding how the range function is. Example, range 2, comma. If your n is 5, it will go till 11 at a gap of 2. It will return a list with value 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 because second argument is exclusive. Hope you have understood it. Let's execute it. Some may try it using a while loop also. It's up to you. Please try the same problem logic by different way. And if you are solving it by different way, please inform us also. You can contact us. There are different ways to contact. We have given you our email address, or you can comment below. We will run this code. Run. I'll put value 10. Is it displaying first 10 even numbers? It was quite easy. Let's continue with the next problem statement. Write a program which will accept name from user and display length of the name entered. For example, if I've entered my name Ajit Jairam More, so it should display output 16. Now in this length calculation, it should consider space also. Now this problem also you can solve it by different ways. The easier way, the harder way. Let's see the solution without wasting time. I'll create for this problem one more file with the name Q10. Q10. See, we have reached till 10th problem and more to come. Now, in this, we have to accept from the user name. Name is obviously going to be of string data type. So there is no need of casting. We can directly use input, enter name. Now, name which we have accepted is string, and string is having many built-in functions. One among them is len, which returns length of the string, and it makes the work so easy. N is equal to len, and I'll just pass name to it, and I'll display the length of the name. Now we have to display the output, that is length. So I can display directly n. Isn't it so simple? Yes, we are going to solve it in a harder way also. First, we'll run this code, that is Q10. Now, if I enter Ajit Jairam More, does it display 16? Yes. What we'll do is we'll see the harder way of solving the same problem. Okay guys, let's see the harder solution. Now the harder solution is, that is, or we can say the difficult solution is to use array access operator, that is square, which many of might be comfortable in other languages like array operator in C, C++, Java, PHP. In those languages, to access any element from an array, we can use square, and inside the square we can give index. Same is a rule in Python too. But note that string is immutable. Though you can access one by one element from the string as if it is like an array using a square, you cannot modify them. Now let's continue with the difficult solution. Many might be thinking why we need it. It is just to make you understand that same problem can have different solution. And we want you people to compare at the end which one is better. That is to compare on the basis of complexities. Okay, let's continue. What I'll do is I will put this statement in comment. And now I'll initialize one value, one variable n to 0. I'll use a for loop for x in name. Now remember, name is a iterable object. Now those who are not comfortable with for, please see our Python programming series and make clear the for syntax. X is a temporary variable and name is a iterable object. After every iteration, one element from that name will get copied in X. What we will do, instead of just displaying X, we will increment N, so that we'll come to know how many characters got fetched from that name. And when the for loop is over, the for loop will get over when there are no more characters in name. I'll display value of N. Let's run this code. Now, if I input the same value, Ajit, Jairam, More, is it displaying the same output? Yes. Hope you're enjoying it. That's all for today, guys. Let's see what we'll solve in the next session. As always, keep learning, keep evolving, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Guys, please share, subscribe, like our channel.